All right. Hello. This is the Mental Threads podcast. This whole interview process kind of came out of nowhere. I'm here with Faze. He's an artist that currently is going to NCCU along with me. I am also an artist. TOA Tee E V, you know what it is. Yeah, I also got July. July, is your rap name still iLLujin?
Yep, iLLujin.
Okay, yeah. Say it in the microphone. Say it.
My rap name's iLLujin, iLLujin.
July Berry, y'all. Part of the Men's Achievement Center. And this is Faze right here.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Faze. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, really everything. FazeNC, FAZENC.
A part of AZUS. And
AZUS, my fault. Part of AZUS Records. I'm here, Central student representing Fayetteville, North Carolina. You know, if you want to follow the label too, AZUS Records, you can follow us at AZUS Records, either underscore or not.
I'm high as hell because I've been saying yourself for like the wrongest way for the longest time. I've been saying AZUS for the longest time in my head.
Hey, bro, trust me, you're not the only one, bro. It's like the way it's spelled is kind of like, it messes with your brain. So it's kind of like the way we pronounce it and the way we word it is hard. Because it's really called Niggas Not Nice As Us. You can't really say that. Like NWA niggas.
Because it's like to the side.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's like abstract. That's different.
Yeah.
It's not like
me?
obviously.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
mad cool. I thought it was like a Jesus thing, like Jesus, but it's like, AZUS, like we're the chosen people.
Nah, y'all can't mess with this lie. Like, y'all not nice as you literally, like, you feel me? From me to like the oldest artist on there, and I'm the youngest. You feel me?
The whole, like, you ever see that episode of SpongeBob where it's like the people are just kind of sitting in a meeting and everything? Like, I might have to have another board meeting because it's like my whole thought process is off. Very much so. Very. Oh yeah, and like, speak for yourself, July.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying he went into a whole introduction on himself. I didn't really expect that.
Yeah. Well, you can follow me on Instagram at July_no_Y, JULII_NO_ the letter Y.
Come on.
I really hope they remember that. I'm gonna just have to just tag you. I don't know. I was gonna get off Instagram, but I'm just like, it's just I might as well just come back just to drop some podcast episodes. I'm trying to. This will be like my 17th episode. I'm trying to reach 50 before the end of the semester and everything. God hoping.
Jeez, oh yeah.
I can do it. Like, come on, this episode right
I ain't
there.
gonna say you can't. I ain't gonna say you can't. You definitely can. Hey, you set a goal, you reach for it. Hey, it can be done.
Exactly, for sure. And I know we got two other people in here. It's like I don't know if y'all artists either, or y'all just here having a conversation.
You got an artist right here, and you got a producer right
What's
here.
good, y'all? Nino Jaack. You can follow me on Instagram at OG Jaack, 2 A's.
Oh, OG Jaack with 2 A's. Yes, sir. Emphasizing he's original, a gangster, and there's 2 A's. All right, that's nice. Okay. All right, cool. What about you, sir?
What's going on, man? Y'all, it's J Bands. Turn me up, J Productions. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at _J Never Quit. Turn me up.
Jeez, I think I met with you another time. I think, yeah, we need to work hard. I've been slacking so hard, man. I got hella beats on my laptop. I'm not using any of them bitches. Like, I swear to you.
It be like that, bro. It definitely be like that.
Bro, I know, bro. I got like 4 projects like just waiting right now. I literally have them on me right now.
Oh God.
At least you're working.
Right now.
At least you're working, man. When I'm telling you, man, it's just, what really gets me? It'd be the ads on Instagram and Facebook. It'd be like, yo, free beats for $5. And I'd be like, free beats? Sure. Just like, I don't know. It'd be like Halloween with them dang beats and everything.
Thing that get on my nerves is the Instagram beats. It's like, I get people DMing me all the time, and then you get the beat. It's like, you want to take a chance with people, but it's like, man, I keep taking my chance. It's like, y'all keep making it harder for people. Like, bro.
No, the worst thing for me is I never organize it at all. So it's like when they send me the beat, I don't even know what producer produced it. And then when it's like when I actually did my mix, I'm like, damn, who the hell made this beat? And I have to do an investigation. I gotta Google like the name of the beat, and then it's like when it pops up, nothing pops up, and it just be like, who made this?
Definitely.
Ain't no answer.
It'll be like, oh yeah, you get this free beat, You get the beat, do something with it. You're like, oh yeah. So it's gonna be like $20, $19.95, plus tax. Like, you just said free.
And that's not even for the beat. That's just for you to lease it and use it, so they can sell it to another person and get another $25 for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you gotta hustle some way. I don't blame them, but at the same time, damn, nigga.
I didn't think having too many beats was gonna be my problem at this stage. I thought it was like, oh, cool, too many beats, and it's like, oh, snap, too many beats. Who made all these beats?
You just got a whole folder, a whole file of like a whole bunch of beats. You don't even know which one to play or whatever. You just keep making beats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come off the dome.
Shit is really, really scary, and you really be visualizing like the art too. Like I be thinking about like I got 5 some projects I'm already having on the top of my head. Just like I know I got a project thinking like the next one I'm focused on is one called Sincerely and everything, and it's basically gonna be based on a letter I wrote to myself, just like all my anxieties and stuff of that nature. Just like my future self. Like I did something like that because I was like really like in a weird stage like a couple months back, and and I heard like a manifestation technique where you email a letter to yourself in the future. It's just like I'd be just like, hey, don't worry about nothing. Everything's gonna be just fine. You're gonna be in a much better place in the next couple of and by this date and everything's gonna be just right. And so I just write like I base that whole tape is gonna be based on that on that letter basically. So it's like it's just gonna be 8 songs or 7. It just depends on how things go and how my finances look for over the next month and everything. And then it's just like after that it leads up to another project called The Rediscovery and everything. It's like, I think I need to show y'all like what the covers look like because I feel like you're really gonna feel like the covers like when I get the time.
Hey,
but
that's
it's
a good idea too. What you said, man. Email yourself something positive, man. Go back to it years later. That's dope. Yeah, I might have to do that. Nah, I ain't no Mike.
Do a schedule set and be like 3 years later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know about 3 years, man. I don't even know if I might have the same the same what you call it email. Yeah, it'd be like, well, who sent me a damn email? Myself. Honestly, you be thinking like you're in the Matrix, like, oh my god, they're coming or Looper. Yeah, that was the movie Looper. Like it'd be like, oh snap, Looper. Them niggas looping to get me. I didn't watch that movie. I just know. But anyway, yeah. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, The Rediscovery is gonna be 16 tracks, and it's just really gonna be just looking into myself and everything. I'm trying to do shadow workbooks. I can really help, like, really just rediscover myself, and it's not gonna be like a class type stuff. Like it's really I'm influenced like by Lauryn Hill's like the education Lauryn Hill. So it's like my cover really kind of looks like that too.
Hey ladies, if you do not know that one, you are in bad trouble, and you need to go find yourself right now.
Yes, you need to learn about that thing.
that thing. Hey, why I say it like that?
Hey, Nice Wonder said, if you have not heard Lauryn Hill's album, you need to go hear it right now. Ladies, y'all are tripping.
It really is an experience to listen to for sure.
Yes.
For really, yeah.
Yes, it is. No, I'm just.
We really need to say something. If you want to see something, just put your finger up. So like, that's why I know. It's like, cause it's like, I can't just be like, is he gonna say something or not? But it's like, it's like it's gonna lead into another project. Gonna be my main project next year. Hopefully, it's gonna be called Magna Cum Laude and everything. And it's just gonna be. I'm really gonna listen to a whole lot of like Nipsey Hussle, like Meek Mill type, motivation. It's just like, okay, this is when things come full circle. This is gonna branch off like the rediscovery. It's like, okay, now you've rediscovered yourself. This is like you're gonna channel all that you know about yourself into your next project. Yeah, this is gonna be Magna Cum Laude into life as a general, life in general. It's just like it's just you're achieving thing. Just living life is like an achievement as a whole. So overcoming your fears and everything. That's gonna be the Magna Cum Laude. It would be Magna Cum Laude. I'm gonna just put something because that's just that's whatever. Crazy. Anyway, but
yeah. Honestly, deadass after Magna Cum Laude. Life as a General might be a dope ass title. I'm just saying.
No, I'm gonna just my project after there's gonna be No More Tomorrows. It's gonna be 6 months into that year, and then it's gonna culminate with like it's gonna be Tomorrow Has Come, and then No More Tomorrows. It's just gonna be all motivation, just like get up your ass. You got to do this. So it's
planned out already.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I got like enough beats for years and everything. It's about just putting the work in. Like I swear,
it's taking the time out
to go and put it out there.
I'm feeling like Scrooge McDuck with this name beats. Like I mean, like jumping to like oh snap, but it's like yeah, for sure. Oh snap! Is another you trying to jump into the podcast? You just see it listening. Or you're just dabbing people up?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, let him dab people up. It's no problem. It's just like I don't know if he wants to.
It's love.
Like you want to say something like yo. Let me tell you something about my polo mask right quick. I thought he was gonna say some shit.
I didn't even know. Hey, that's hard, bro.
He's always fly, bro.
He just be low key about it.
I see. I just looked at the kicks too. I just looked.
He's like the flyest one here. I'm like, dude, if you want to be a Route 21 model, just say so, man. Just say that. But it's like, but for real though, it's
like, drippy low key. He just be chilling.
Hey, that's how you know a nigga got money.
All right, but let's get into the real.
Most subliminal fly shit ever.
Exactly.
You don't even know what it is. Like, oh yeah, this is just polo.
But let's get to the real parts of this podcast and everything. I'm gonna just start off and everything. First question and stuff is just what really led you into music as a whole. I'm gonna start off like with me just to kind of set an example. But it's like me personally, Toast Tee E V. That's me. Liberian Toast Crunch. Follow me on Instagram. It's just like what led me into a world of music is I really went through a very hard time in 8th grade. You see, I was bullied very, very maliciously, and it's just like it was like, you know, because I'm a big black dude, so it's like even as a kid, you know, kind of heavy set. So it's like I went to a predominantly white school and everything, and it's just like, you know, I'm African and stuff like that, and I'm like my mom. I don't want to say she made me go there. She kind of did. She made me go there and everything because she just wanted me to get the best education I could. And,
all your parents do.
And I can't hold it against her at all at the same time. But it was just a whole lot of stuff going on. You know, they can't really come up to you like physically and whatever. So they try to make up all types of rumors and everything. And it's just like I won't really go too deep on everything that went in with that. But it was just a very horrendous time. And how I would cope with it, I would write a whole lot of poetry and everything. And it all started like with 7th grade when I was listening to nothing but Tupac, like on my MP3 player. I didn't know how to put extra songs on my MP3. That was just like, for some reason, that was the one CD we had. It was like, I don't know why my mom had like a Tupac CD, like the greatest hits. Like, you like country music. Why you got a Tupac CD? And it's just, I thought she was a Biggie type person.
Everybody likes Tupac, though. You'll be amazed. Tupac gets the most love out of everybody. I don't care. Yeah. Everybody loves Tupac. Yeah, till this day, bro. Yeah, Biggie Tupac all the time, bro.
I still don't know what really led to her having that CD. I feel like she might have I don't know if she bootlegged it. She didn't bootleg it.
You said which one? Which album?
It was the greatest hits, but it was disc 2. Disc 2.
Okay.
You know, and it was just like, so I had Brenda's Got a Baby. I had Troublesome. I had Live and Die in L.A. What other songs I had? And it's just like Changes. All these songs. So it's like, you know, when all this I would listen to, I'm like, I would say his name was Tupac. Oh, Tupac. Yeah, I love Tupac. And it's like, this is before I saw rap as being like, you know, a big, huge thing. I thought it was like, you know, like just a commercial, like Ludacris with the videos and Missy Elliott. I thought it was just like comical mixed with just like, you know, dope rhymes and stuff. But I didn't know there was so many dimensions to it. I feel like Tupac really shows so many different dimensions to rap. Like, it's not just about having money and like fucking bitches, you know, although it does a big aspect of it. It's not about all of that. It's also about giving messages, giving voices to the voiceless. Like, this is us. We are here. Brenda had a whole child. I would listen to that and I would visualize like, wow, this kid really went through a whole lot, you know. And it's just like, you know, our sister really, really went through a whole lot and everything to be going through this at that time and everything. So like Tupac really kind of welcomed me in the door with that. And next thing you know, I was just writing raps just to make fun and everything, and just to laugh and stuff like that. And next thing you know, like in career class, they asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I didn't know what to say. I had 2 options: professional wrestler or rapper. And I don't know, rapper just seemed like, you know, something. Why would I say like, oh, I want to be a professional wrestler? So I want to be the WWE champion or something like that. I'm like, no, I want to be a rapper and everything. And it's just like, oh, what? So you rap? And I'm like, yeah. But it was just like a lot of what I written was just like funny, jokey type stuff. So it's like, yeah, sure, you got a little bit of laugh in careers class, Miss Lucas's class. Next thing you know, I was writing for that class all the time, and I would perform in that class. I would just stand up and write, do whatever, perform whatever I've written, you know. Next thing you know, I was getting bullied and stuff like that, so that was my way to cope and really channeling all the negativity, the energies from home, everything. You know, my father going to the Caribbean and everything, so I couldn't see him anyway. It was a lot, you know. So that what led me into hip hop. Hip hop is like where I see as my salvation. You know, that's my redemption. That's like where I rediscover myself as an individual, and that's what really helped me. So that's what inspires me. So it's like I'm gonna pass it on to Faze. What do you think? What inspired you to get into rap?
Ooh, same thing you said. Just life, like you said. Like I was talking to these guys earlier. I told them I think I wrote my first rap like 6th, 7th grade, and that was around the time Obama got elected. And like I told him I wrote it to impress a girl, and it was like impress a girl. And then on top of that, I was always freestyling with my buddies and stuff like that in the class, and we joked around about really taking it seriously. And then eventually we ended up making a little group, and then like I said, that slowly transitioned into making something that I didn't really know which really was like becoming an artist, which I am now. And yeah, probably like 2016, I really started like taking it seriously. I started going to the studio, started learning how to make music from the scratch, and like writing my own songs, figuring out how to flow, say stuff. And then like, yeah, to where we at now, it was just been a long journey, bro. But like I've been rapping for like about 7-8 years. And like sure, I'm finally starting to get good, you know what I'm saying? Like finally, and it like took 7-8 years, and it was like, yeah, it takes time, bro. And like I was telling them too back then, you know, it was easy for artists to get on, because it was like you got Nas like getting on at 18, you got like like what's the Wu-Tang and all them, they young, bro. They in the industry young, and it's just like, damn, like how can I do this? How can I do that? But it's like nowadays that's changed. You know what I'm saying? You do got a few artists that do, you feel me, get on like the YBN Cordays, or you got Lil Yachty. It was a couple other
pro era too, like
yeah, definitely pro era. Joey Badass, them boys, Capital Steez, all of them, definitely. That's a hidden gem. That was a time period, and it's crazy. While you speaking of them, I was in a bad time. I lost my buddy junior year. And I won't even, like I said, I didn't really start making music till I graduated, and they really inspired me to really start writing my own music again, and like really.
Joey Badass, like dude, Capital Steez.
Capital Steez was my favorite, bro. R.P. Capital Steez, bro.
R.I.P. Capital Steez, man.
But it was like, yeah, when I discovered them, it was just like my whole world and my music ears is just like, wow, it cut back on, and then like J. Cole dropped Born Center. Ooh, boy.
Born Center.
You get a mixture. It was just good music around that time, bro. So it was just like, man, I think it was 2012, 2013 around that time. But yeah, bro, it was just like, man. Yeah, that's just how I started though, man. I ain't want to talk our heads off, but yeah, that's just a little story about how I started.
No, I don't blame you, man. Because looking back at your origin, you really think like, dude, music really shaped my life to a degree. Yeah. So yeah, you can't even apologize for even going. So this is a whole podcast. Like, just say whatever you got to. Let's see how much time I got. Let's see. Let me just double check. It'll be some shit if this shit was not recording at all. Like I would have been like, oh damn. But it was recording. It was recording, and it's pretty good. But it's like, inspiration is just it always starts from like a time of youth and everything, trying to find yourself and stuff like that. And it's just like, I feel that's what the theme is right now. So it's like July, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. iLLujin, say.
Yeah. Funny enough, I actually started rapping because my older brother was rapping. Like. I got introduced to. You want me? Just
actually that'd be nice.
Okay.
Just keep it close to your face.
No, it's like because he was just like.
No. I feel you. Just keep it close to your face.
But I started rapping when I started rapping because I saw my older brother doing it. It was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I saw him doing it. He's rapping way before I was. The first track I ever did because I'm like, hey, I want to rap too. And he was like, okay, cool, let's do it. We went to the room. I recorded my first song ever. It was a freestyle. I was like 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And like from there, I just kept going. And I listen to it back now, and it's hilarious to me because one of the lines that I do remember is that just me like dissing Soulja Boy. I didn't like him.
Wow, I'm about to say
I didn't. No, like because at the same time, like
first to get dissed by
exactly. Soulja Boy is the first.
Very first. You can claim that now.
Yeah.
For real.
But yeah, like ever since then I've been writing, been rapping and whatnot. I grew up. So we had an Xbox, right? And like, you know how I used to have like the CDs that can burn on the Xbox? Mm-hmm. My older brother had like mad CDs up there, like some reggaeton, some Lil Wayne, Nas. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. It's because of that. That's the reason why Godson is probably my favorite Nas album. Right. But like one song in particular, I Can off of that shit was like my favorite fucking song. I memorized every lyric and. Actually, that's what got me into performing at first. Because it was in middle school when I was like, I want to rap this. I think it was not sure if it was at a talent show or whatnot. But like every year after that, I rapped that song at like a pep rally or something like that. And they actually loved me doing it. And then I eventually got into performing my own stuff. And it's just really interesting to see because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got into rapping. I wouldn't have took it seriously. And originally, my whole point of rapping was for me to be able to take whatever I learned and try to share it to other people. That was pretty much like the goal at first. And honestly, as I've gotten older, I constantly try to like see and try not to fall in the faults of like other people. Like I notice how how Logic sometimes will like repeat lines even if he doesn't mean to. I try my best not to do that, even though I do notice that I have my own filler words, especially like when I freestyle and stuff like that.
Filler words be killer, man.
Bro, I'm saying like,
hey, they work.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
but like, at the same time, I just try to learn and grow, and then gain more words and try to be able to flip it or put it like that. Because honestly, I wouldn't really say I really got good like really good until probably like I would say like maybe like 3 years ago. But I've been writing since I was like what 12, 13.
Right.
So
Take time.
yeah, it does take time. But I'm like, at the same time, I think I can go back right now and say some of my stuff is trash. I'm like, that's not good. Somebody else be like,
Exactly.
nigga, you smoking. Must be smoking the best type of weed. I don't know what you
Exactly.
But it's like, it's also part of the thing, yeah, about being critical of yourself as an artist. And at the same time, you never really stop growing. And that's one thing I also have to learn too, is that like I have to understand what it is that I like. I have to recognize what my audience is. I have to recognize who I am to be able to portray to everybody else. So, yeah, at that long monologue, that's my journey as an artist.
No, I swear it's fine. Like, we're all having flashbacks right now. Like, wow, this has really been the thing for like how long? But it's like, yeah, man, dude, I could feel that. That's when I even brought up Xbox too. You know, that's where I first discovered Notorious B.I.G. I think because they have biographies on each like artist. And it's like, so I was looking at the biography of Tupac and everything. It's like he was killed by saying like him and Notorious B.I.G. had beef and everything like that. And I started putting on some of the songs. So it was like One More Chance came on. I'm like, this shit sounds familiar. This is that song my mom loves. Because that show would come on the radio. She'd be singing like One More Chance. And I'll be falling asleep. I don't know why.
Come on at 12 o'clock every time. In the afternoon.
Like right when the sun's going down and everything. I'm like, why is it always coming this time? And it's just like, bro, it felt like a lullaby. I don't know why. It's just, I just love that song. It's just like, One More Chance. But, enough out of that. We got someone over here. So I don't know your name off the top of my head. My bad. Say again?
Nino Jack.
Yes, and Nino Jack, following with the theme, what inspired you to really get into music and rap as a whole?
For sure. So my great grandpa.
Oh, let me just double check and make sure it's recording.
Yeah.
I swear, if it's not freaking recording, like, cause that's some bullshit if it does. Oh no, it is. It is.
We good. All right, we good. So my great grandpa, he played piano, and like I know after church I would always go over to his house. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to teach me, but I'm too young to pick it up. Like I wasn't really getting it, but I always loved hearing him play. Right. So I know that inspired me. In 6th grade, that's when I joined the band and I played saxophone. Like, and that really gave me my love for like classical and jazz music. Right. Like that was really all I was listening to because I was so invested in band. Right. And it was also like, I kind of liked that grind. Like I started out, I was ass. Like I was so bad at playing.
Everybody is.
For real. But it's like, I just love having to put in that work. Right. Like having to strive to be better. And I know I never really like listened to a lot of rap music. But believe it or not, the first thing I did hear and I fucked with it was 4 Your Eyes Only by J. Cole.
Word.
Yeah.
You like that project, bro?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, man. I love you, Cole.
Hold on. I'm just saying.
Just to add on to what he's saying, man, I love you, Cole, but 4 Your Eyes Only is probably your weakest project, bro. I'll give you that. I'm sorry.
I'm not appreciating it, bro. What, you want all the Cole projects to sound the same? Like what? Hold up. No, I love that project. Bro, I don't know. Like changes, folding clothes. I don't know about.
They're hard, but it's like, man.
Okay, folding clothes kind of weak. I'm not even gonna hold you. Folding clothes kind of weak. No, but like, She's Mine Part 1 and 2 is fire.
Yeah, that's like,
yeah. Like I'm sorry, I gotta disagree with you on that. But to be fair, to say Cole's weakest album, to be fair, that's like.
You can't say anything's weak from him. That's
it was just hella different. Like
relatively wise, I would understand maybe
The
relatively.
only thing I didn't like it was just like you talking from a perspective of your. I mean, of course we talk about perspectives. I just didn't want to hear that at the time from him. It was like the hip hop needed hip hop, bro. You put this out. It was like you talking about perspective from your homeboy who did something else and this and that, and it don't have nothing to do with you. You just talking about it. You feel me? So it's just like I ain't really like it like that. But back to bro, yeah.
I mean, no, but it's like we gotta come back to this because I have so much to say. But anyway,
so yeah, that was the first album, and I know like what really made me want to get in that space was the last song, 4 Your Eyes Only, the 8-minute song.
Yeah, that's
bruh.
hard. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Like just sitting there listening to it, and you can literally like see what he's talking about, like the imagery. So it really was just inspiration. Like I felt inspired listening to that, and that's what made me want to rap. Like. How good I felt being inspired by that. I want to do that for other people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I want other people to feel the same way listening to me.
Yeah,
so that's really,
know that exact feeling.
That's what I'm saying. And I know that's why I'm just really trying to learn so I can put people on. You know what I'm saying? You can't just talk about nothing and inspire people. You got to know what you're talking about. Yeah. So that's really what I'm trying to get at.
No, I can feel that. I can feel that definitely. Like the sense of trying to inspire others is also really good. You know, like I don't know, like for my main core audience, I'm definitely trying to seek out for the people who are just like, you know, really down, kind of like depressed. And I know for my project Ego Trip, it was mostly talking about mental health and everything. Yeah, it's just stuff of that nature. So it's like, you know, like when I review Ego Trip and everything, looking back at it, you know, I was really in a dark space, but I was really trying to like still push the project out regardless. It's just like it just touches on stuff like depression. When people are very depressed, they have this sense of be like grandeur at the same time just to pull them out of it, but it's like it's false in an extent. So it's like one moment I'm like really confident, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm like Neji Hyuga, I'm like Mace Windu and something like that, you know. And then another moment it's like, oh dang, I'm drowning, or it's like, oh man, I can't live life in reverse. It's just, you know, these are all the titles of the songs.
I don't mean to diverge because that's very serious, but those are very interesting people to be like, oh yeah, I'm Mace Windu? That's a very interesting nigga to reference first.
You know, they were going to get Tupac to play Mace Windu at one point, but he died. He died. Yeah. Tupac was going to play Mace Windu, but he passed away. You know, like they were going to get him to play. Could you imagine, like
that would be? I'm not gonna lie, that'd be hilarious. But at the same time, he's a great actor.
Yeah, I'm not saying
could you
crazy.
But could you imagine Tupac just punking out like Christian haters and like it's like nigga, I told you to stay here. We're gonna deal with this on our own. It's like this nigga, his tape was trash anyway. I don't know.
To be fair, if we did have Tupac, you wouldn't have the legendary Purple Saber.
I feel like he would have gotten the Purple Saber.
No, I don't. Samuel Jackson requested that specifically because it's like I just want mine different from everybody else, literally.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually
that was hard.
I feel like that would work with Tupac too, bro. Like I'm just grinning and thinking about like Tupac as Mace Windu. That'd be something different because he was kind of rising as an actor. He was doing pretty well. Dude, could you imagine Tupac being an actor right now? Could you see him like in the MCU or something like that?
Man, he probably had an Oscar by now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like maybe
if he don't got one already, he probably definitely have a couple, more than one. You feel me? Oscar when it comes to having them Oscars.
No, for real though. I'm trying to think. It's just like I'm trying to think like what role I think would get him that Oscar though. Like, would he be like in a superhero movie or would it be like in something serious like Holly Berry? Like,
it has to be some crime drama type shit.
You think crime? I think it would probably be like Will Smith or like a Will Smith role. Like, you know,
I was thinking like maybe like Monsters Ball type vibe. You know, it's just like drama, very gritty.
I was thinking like Pursuit of Happiness type. You know, like something he went through.
Yes, Pursuit of Happiness, dude. But now we're messing up the whole process. We're supposed to be asking what inspires you.
Yeah, bro.
What inspires you, sir? State your name and tell me what inspires you, sir.
So J Bands.
You ain't gotta stay so close. It's gonna be live. No, like at least
right
there.
All right. But it was really all about my brother. You know, my brother, my homeboy, part of Bass Gang Productions. Always just wanted to make music. So they were always making beats, and I was like, you know, just growing up watching them, like, you know what, I want to be a police officer. But then I was like, you know what, nah, this culture, the culture, how I'm feeling, how I want to move, how I want to inspire people, I want to do it through music. So instead of becoming a rapper or a lyrical artist, you know, I just put my pain or put my feelings through beats so that when you listen to the beat, it's like, okay, well, I know how he feeling. Type. So basically just same thing as Nino. Started off in band. I think what it was first year. I've been playing the drums since I was like 3 years old. So got into the band, started playing the trumpet. After the trumpet, played the French horn. And you know, it was just all about just working. You know, I just always stay consistent with it. Playing the drum set, like I said, making more music. Just keep being consistent, making beats. My brother always told me, he was like, you're never going to be anything unless you're consistent with it. So keep going, no matter whether you think it's trash, somebody's going to like it. That's what he always told me. So I just had to put my heart into it, you know, whenever you go through things or whenever you have trials and tribulations, you know, it makes you even want to push harder and makes you want to go harder in the studio. So that's pretty much about it.
Okay. That's wonderful. That's actually very, very good. Consistency for sure really, really helps with the process. Like that's the main key. You could be the most trash rapper at one time, maybe like 5 years ago, but I swear you're consistent in building your craft, your vocabulary, bro. 5 years ago, Lil Baby like was in jail in the process of 5 years at one time, and then now he's like he kills every feature. Like Lil Baby. 3 years now is definitely he's already reaching like GOAT status, but it's just like
He's not a GOAT, but he fits the description.
he definitely does fit the description, and it's like you can't argue against that, and I think that's wonderful. That's very, very cool, man. Like I swear, like like Lil Baby though, like as soon as I heard him like kill it like with Drake in that one song, and then kill it like with J. Cole in that one song, I'm like, okay, I need to listen to more Lil Baby. Then I've been sleeping on Lil Baby for a long time. Where have I been?
Whole song, bro. That's how you know where he is in the game.
Yes,
Exactly.
And this is like later on age Cole, like Cole, where it's like it's not just prime Cole. It's like yes,
This is Dreamville Cole, where he has some heavy hitters under him.
Yeah.
literally, and it's just he's surrounded by talent too. So it's just like it's just that stuff still motivates you to still be on your A game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like it's not like OVO or I'm even gonna say even TDE too. I feel like Dreamville's a little bit more together. I love TDE. I know he gave me that look. It's just like Kendrick. Like I know I already said like Schoolboy Q, and it's just like Isaiah Rashad.
Absol, come on now.
The thing about it though is that like Kendrick is the baby of the group.
In my opinion, he really is. In my opinion,
Because think about it, you already had Ab, you already had J Rock.
J Rock had a feature from Lil Wayne.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like bro was already out for like a minute. Like at the same time, like Kendrick was like the baby. You got Ab, you got J Rock, you got everybody else on the label has been out, and then like.
Except for Isaiah and Sis.
Yeah, exactly. They're the youngest ones now. But like for the longest, he was the baby, and he had to show his ass to be able to show everybody, yo, I am that.
And Tupac had to
Negro.
do the same thing. With
With the
Underground.
Digital Underground.
Yeah,
and
Digital
everything.
Underground,
Now
bro.
it's like who even thinks about Digital Underground? I think about Tupac. It's like Tupac. Oh, you mean the place that Tupac started
Yeah,
from? It's just
yeah.
like man,
Like-
it's like it really is killer though for real, man. Especially like where labels together. I saw like this one thing on Facebook. It's like which one would you rather like go with, Suge or Diddy? And honestly, I'm gonna just take that 9 to 5 because it's just like because I know Diddy like because it's just like I'm not trying to talk shit about Diddy, but it's just like the way because you hear about the business.
He made Jadakiss and Styles P. He made Styles P and Jadakiss because they were all part of the Bad Boys group label. So Diddy actually makes power moves in a way that's a finesse, not a power struggle. Whereas it's about extortion and it's about for real blood money when it comes into Suge. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, especially about the industry, you already got people that's keeping an eye into the industry because of how demonic it is or town to be. Because that image, everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to be there, but it's really hard to get there first, and it's hard to stay up there because there's so many pressures. As you said, with the consistency, even though I'm a new addition to the podcast, my name is Poetic Justice.
I was just waiting.
So-
You didn't even like station
So I know about that consistency and wanting to be at the top, and like you said, also about somebody's going to want to listen to that. So if you were part of a label that got 20 people. The percentages of 5 is already going to get you above it. You know what I'm saying? So that 1%, all it takes you to really get to that top.
Okay, that's a cool way to look at it and everything. But I don't know, Dreamville's just different to me personally because it's just like, even though it's new age, I feel like everybody, you can already kind of see everybody's face. Like kind of, although we all know it's Cole's label and everything, everyone has their own type of vibe.
Yeah.
And then it's just, that's one. And then it's like 2, it's just like, everyone's just.
like a tight-knit family. Like,
Yeah, it seems like a tight-knit family. Like, TDE feels like, okay, yeah, they're all together and they make songs sometimes. I was waiting for that Black Hippie tape for a while, and that never came out. We're on the 3rd Revenge of the Dreamers, going to the 4th, and yeah.
I would say the difference between the two labels is that everybody really do got their own set. Like, for example, Wu-Tang. I grew up on everything of Wu-Tang. That is what put me on to everything, even freestyling with teenagers when I was 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have your sword, you got your shield, you got the head. Everything a part of TDE. You got Kendrick that is about storytelling. Ab-Soul, strictly bar. J Rock, he got storytelling, but it's from a gritty perspective. You know what I'm saying? When you got Dreamville, you got JID. That is a trippy type of verse mindset. And you got Ari. That's the R&B sense of it. Then you got
like, you know, European. I'm gonna say, let me just speak on Boz too. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's just like, I just realized, because Boz is what really drew me into Dreamville as a whole. I'm like, wow, because like my brother tried to pull me on. I'm like, yeah, sure, it sounds like, but then I started listening to him more in college. And I'm like, it's weird. He sounds like a Brooklyn or a New York nigga, but it's like the sounds is so abstract. Like, it's nothing I've ever heard before. Like, it sounds like a mixture of like classical type music, but it's like, you know, it's just different. It's like hip hop, but it's like different.
Have you ever heard the song from Bass and FKJ? He's like the new type of Kenny G.
FKJ is fire.
So they did that song called Risk, and that type of sound is the type of sound that I've been trying to put on the people. You know what I'm saying? Coming from up north and then moving to down south, all you hear is about the Atlanta rappers and Southern rappers, and that don't really have much lyrics or bars. You know what I'm saying? All you really need is a 4-sentence structure to get in and out deadly quick.
Hook. Got your hook, verse. Easy. Done like that. All you gotta do, write a solid hook and then good verse. That's it. Yeah. Good. You got one.
Yeah, no, really, like the whole songwriting process is like, it's like a science at the same time. I be trying to time myself in between to kind of like try to put in what I can. I feel like that's what ruins my breathing sometimes too.
Overthink it.
Yeah, just try to like let it roll with the flow and just kind of roll with it as best as you can. But it's just like,
and then another thing is, when you don't like you said, you try to rush yourself, say the word slowly and then see how you can like probably space that word out, and then like kind of alternated, but you're saying the words, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you just do that.
Just keep in mind, for anybody that's featured, not everybody is Busta Rhymes, okay? It's just like, just chillax with that.
No, like that's some real facts though, because I know growing up I used to love like Eminem, Busta, Twista, all that. Yeah, I used to love all of them that be able to spit, because I'm like, it just baffles me how you're able to say something so fast. Yes, Tech Nine especially. Are you able to say something so fast, but at the same time it's clear? That's the one thing I love, that it's clear. It's enunciated. Like, they go through everything, but they enunciate every single word. And I'm just like, it is beautiful and baffling all at the same time. And at the same time, that's very true, because I know sometimes I like to speed things up. I talk fast, especially like when I'm excited, as you can see right now. But at the same time, yeah. But it's like, at the same time, that is very true. You do have to learn how to breathe and space and break things down, because if I don't, I would just constantly just go yeah.
Listeners a freaking asthma attack, because oh my gosh, she's just so fire, but I can't keep up with it.
Yeah, no, and that's true, and that's the thing though, because it also hurts you as a new artist, because then it's like, yo, this sounds great, but I can't hear a damn word he's saying. Because I know that used to hurt me a lot too. I'm just like, because I literally have a verse on one of my songs where like I'm just going completely rapid, like rap god, like half of the damn song. It's just like that sounds nice.
I started off like for real, just starting writing poetry, right? So like I said, I was freestyling at age 12 with 16, 18-year-olds, right? Writing, I then moved into a new, like a suburban area, so where education was more up there. So they really got me intrigued with the module of poetry. With what you said, not everybody's a Busta, not everybody's a Tech Nine. Those are the type of people that make party tracks. You know what I mean? You try and get jump, you try and get hype and everything. For real, I like the raps where you can like, for real, starting writing poetry and you're on stage with what I got. I have like a little bit of stage fright in the beginning, but as soon as I'm drilling, if I don't enunciate, you're not gonna understand the bar, like, cause I have in it, like, I got punchlines inside of the bar, you know what I mean, that's going to connect later, you know what I'm saying, and if I'm not enunciating that important word, you're not going to catch on. So especially when it's, because when you're doing poetry, doing all type of spoken word, you don't have no beat. They listen to you, everything in the raspiness of your voice, how your tone, how you for real say your words, to say if you feel it or not, you know what I'm saying? It's just you and that mic. And I feel like as soon as you, like you said, as soon as you do get excited, and especially in the freestyle tone, you're gonna fuck up. You know what I mean? You're gonna fuck up. But as long as you be able to pick yourself up out your own struggle, out your own mud, and keep that going, you never stop. If you stumble on a word, you better create a rhyme out that stumble.
That's facts though. Cause like that ass, I've stumbled plenty of times while rapping on stage, but the golden rule is keep going.
Exactly.
And at the same time, I'm like, damn, I fucked up. Like when I get off stage and everybody's like, yeah, you did good. Yeah. Be like, I'm like, nobody caught that? I'm like, how did nobody catch that?
You don't even know without.
July, let me tell you something. Every time you perform, I never try to. I'm just. I guess I'm just not a hater. I don't know. But I'm never looking at the flaws. I'm just looking at the energy, bro. And I'll be like, how can I emulate that same type of energy where you just don't care no more and everything? Like, when I'm on stage and everything, that's why sometimes I be like, with stuff that's written, like, I can just look at what I'm writing and just be like, yeah. So like, maybe they can just hear like the words and everything, but it's just like, I ain't gotta like focus on just move on my body or anything. Like, oh snap. Like, it's just like, am I standing awkwardly or am I doing this like this or am I doing like this? Like my mom be going to the places, you know what I'm saying? I never get to just let it feel and just let it flow.
And I feel that because the only way that you can really get through that type of butterfly feeling is if you really make it personal to yourself. Because like, I'm only speaking about really Wu-Tang Clan because that really spoke volumes to me. All right, Cream. When you got Raekwon spitting first, and everybody can say this inside of his own group, they get chills down their spines every time they hear him say that. That's because it's personal and going down to him. Now, I don't know if you've seen me perform on stage when I was here, but I would set the tone. You don't expect me to be who I am to be coming out. As long as I got my message, you understand the message, and that at the end of the day, I do get an applause, but we all came together in one session to get this type of message I'm trying to relay, like a griot and the kids at a fire tale. I mean, that's what the real storytelling of hip-hop should be, you know what I'm saying?
And, that's great that you even bring up Wu-Tang. I feel like the best personification of just not giving a damn in Wu-Tang is Old Dirty Bastard. I swear. When I used to study Old Dirty Bastard, he would just let it flow, but it still was, like, eloquent. It was his own style. When they say, like, he has no father to his style, he lives it and everything. It's just,
he's the OG of his style.
He really is. And it's just, like, like, I could, like, give, like, many examples, but it kind of been a while since the last time I was doing a Wu-Tang song. Like, I used to listen to stuff religiously through high school. Everybody was on that Drake stuff and everything, and I like Drake too, but Wu-Tang, that's what it was at. Old Dirty Bastard, I feel like I just had more of like a connection with, really, because it's just like, it's like I always had struggles with just trying to like blur it, just let it go and everything. I feel like he just kind of went with it, and he would just like kind of harmonize with it too. When you think about it, Old Dirty Bastard is a father to a lot of these melodic rappers nowadays, in a sense. He's like the grand master type, but it's just, I'm not trying to like put Dirty his name, like, oh yeah, he's not like that, because like when he would like be in the middle and just be kind of like hum and harmonize with it too, it just kind of welcomed that in. It's just like, oh wow, this kind of sounds hard. And it's just like, like, he wasn't like a thug or whatever. He was Old Dirty Bastard. He was just a rapper. He just went on with it, It's just
that 1%. All you really need is that 1% to make it inside that stream.
And by the time dude was in jail, a lot of the Wu-Tang albums were starting to lose quality. And like, I don't say it was just not qualitative, but when he died too, so it's like people it was kind of hard to get in, because it was just like everybody has their own parts. They kind of like, they gotta form like Voltron, like Voltron can't be walking out without a foot and everything. Like, how you gonna fight? You ain't got no foot now. It's just stuff like that. So it's just like, okay, on to the next question. I know we've been rambling on for like a while over a whole lot of stuff, which is good. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Yeah.
Low-key, what I want to do?
What do you want to do?
It's like a freestyle session.
Freestyle session.
I can give you something right quick before I get up out of here, man.
Are you about to leave right now and everything? I know we spoke about what inspires us and everything.
I'll give you like, we got 10 more minutes. We good.
All right, cool. That's fine. We could probably say this already 42 minutes, and I know like we're supposed to do like multiple questions and everything about like, okay, what inspires you, and then like the next part is just like where you see yourself in the. We're just saying for like 2 questions. You think we do a part 2? Like probably cut this down to like about 50 and then cover in the next one. You want to just schedule another time to do this, or like what? You just want to just do this right after, back to back?
It don't matter, man.
Trying to do back to back?
It don't matter.
All right, cool. I mean, as long as we all got time. I ain't got no classes today, so it's like I'm just. Who got classes today?
I'm leaving though.
What time?
Like after this meeting.
Yeah, I'm about to say I got cash to check.
Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Well, it's only 2:36 and everything, so it's like last question, and it's just like where I'm not saying like where do you see yourself in 5 years, because like whatever, but it's just like amongst the obstacles, and you ain't got to state your obstacles if you want to, but it's like currently, do you feel like music and just rap as a whole and everything, where do you feel like it can take y'all in the next like 10 years? If y'all really like, and like I'm 23 right now and everything. I didn't even think I'd be able to drop a project this year until I really like fueled it into doing that. But it's like, where do y'all feel like music can take you over the future? It'll be 10 years, 20 years. Where do y'all see yourself in the future? Like, I'm gonna give y'all time to think. I know it's like, but if I, all right, cool. You already got it. You already got it. Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna just start off, just so you can articulate your thoughts and everything. So it's like, considering how my past and everything, I fell out with a lot of people whom I thought were really cool with me, who I thought were like, my friends, people who are really, trusted and loved and everything. I feel like despite like with every conflict and every, desert, I feel like I had to mend through, like music was like that oasis that kind of just really served as like salvation for me. And it's just like in the future, I could really see like if I really work hard, if I really apply myself and stay consistent and keep my mind positive and just focus on the ball. It's just like, hey, you already got one project out. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it pushing. I know maybe like financially you might not be at the best place right now. It don't matter and everything. You can still be able to like, architect yourself and just like build what you got to build and script whatever you got to script to get to the next level. It's just like, I could really see this as being like the thing that really could feed my family. If it could, I'm not put all my cards on that and everything, but I feel like I really could see this as being like something I could really use to really uplift others who were like really down themselves and think it's just like, oh man, when I put a TOA Tee E V track on, it's like, he just gets me. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm going through those same things. I can really get through this stuff too. Like, I ain't got to be like this forever and everything. And it all calls back to Eminem's song, what was it, Sing for the Moment? I think it's just like, all the people, that just sit around wishing they died until they put a song on and they vibe. They sit and they vibe. And it's just
with nothing to you, but with the fucking shit in their eyes.
Yes. And it's really good shit. It's just like, cause it's like, you could really change somebody's life with this, And it's like, for my case, I see it as just like, just giving back to the universe, like, thank you for giving me something that kept pushing in a very difficult spot, inner city kid, black kid, you're already a statistic as it is. Your father's not in the home and everything. You basically become like a unofficial parent to your younger siblings and everything like that, and it's just like, but at the same time, you got your stresses too and everything. So like when music can really save you from that, you have to give back, anything that gives you like a reason, whether if it's martial arts, whether if it's anime, something, you got to give something back. And I'm just a firm believer in that. You got to give something back. I feel like I took that first step with my dropping my mixtape and everything, set on my SoundCloud. I've been trying to say it for many years. I'm gonna get this out. Now I actually do it. Where I go from here don't matter. Just keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing. So it's just like, where I'm gonna see myself in the many years, I really can't say. However, but I hope to be in a happy place. I hope to be in a place where it's just like, where I can see like music has been taking me to a place where it's like, okay, everything's fine, everything's good. You can feed your family, you can do this, you can do that. And if it doesn't even bring me to like being like famous or whatever, who cares? It's all that matters is I express myself. And that you're happy at the end of the day. So it's like, I'm gonna pass this on to Poetic Justice.
In 5 years, music to me is just a need of an escape. Even when I first started writing and rapping, it was just stuff going on in my life where I just really needed to just get angry and just spit out how I was really feeling. And as long as I forever do that, my words is always going to be prosperous, right? But not to shit or piss on anybody else's rap dream or anything like that. Speaking of the statistics of being black, first of all, somebody's already going to expect you that you know how to rap, make a beat or whatever, right? So how I was raised is that if you're not going to pick up a ball, you're going to go into school. I'm a nursing major. So I got years inside of school that I got to focus on, right? But even when I am focused, you always take a shower. You always want to have those studio sessions with yourself for 30 minutes and always spit up and practice your bars. And that's what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I'm like the most saddest person and you will not see me. But I am writing. You know what I'm saying? There's and like you said about keeping it pushing. I haven't fully put out a song yet, but I put my own verses on them, and they sound too tight to the fact where I don't like rapping with the people that I'm rapping because they not on my level of style.
It's good to have confidence. It's not shit on you.
It's not right. So I mean, as long as like I have like a crew with me, right? For an example, you just said we gonna have a cipher. I'm all for it. I'm the type of dude that's going to be 30 years old having a turntable in his living room just because, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was 13, I was scratching, you know what I'm saying? So that hip hop, that beat line for real on that 4-track is in my heart, and that's never going to leave. So as long as I'm here on this earth, there's gonna be words coming out of my throat that's gonna be meaning something to kids, to adults, to even elders. Cause I did performances for poetry, and that gave me enough confidence to say that I can keep on going with what I did because I for real put years in this. I got days and nights, even afternoons while I'm eating lunch, trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this work. Not for myself, but for real for my family. You know what I'm saying? I put my own hands in the dirt for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own slave for my family. I want to make sure that we all prosper because why? We all blood at the end of the day.
Well, where I see myself, man. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I see myself actually doing what I'm doing now, but actually doing that shit. Like he was saying, like I take it seriously. Like I said, I don't try to downplay nobody, but like you gotta have that confidence and carry yourself as an artist and be like, oh yeah, I'm one of the dopest niggas. I'm one of the illest niggas doing this shit. You feel me? That's what I just use as that's what I use as motivation. But I see myself actually making it. Like I said, I'm in with the label and everything. I feel like I'm around a group of guys that are good. Like they know what they doing from start to finish. Like we just got to figure it out. Everything takes time. And I mean, I'm the youngest, so for me, it's just like I believe it. You know, when you're young, you believe anything. I'm not saying that it's not gonna happen at the same time. You know, you gotta think realistically. But yeah, with all seriousness, I believe I'm real beyond in the industry part being labeled as one of the greatest. Who knows? The greatest at what? I don't know. But just know I'm gonna be the greatest at what I do.
Faze XXL 2022.
Shit, hopefully.
Honestly, the one thing that's always plagued me when it comes to rapping, music, or anything that I do in general, it has been consistency. If consistency is key, that means I'm locked out. Because honestly, I love rap. I love music. It's been my muse. It's allowed me to be as joyous as I can be. It's allowed me to express the depths of my soul. It's allowed me to know what it is that I can be, what can I achieve, what I can imagine, how I can formulate real life into words and express it. And honestly, the only thing I can say is that right now, with my consistency currently, I don't see me getting far. If I work on my consistency, if I make myself consistent when it comes to making music, learning about it, releasing it, then I see myself at the top of the game. If I'm just being honest, I'll bring up everybody I can. Faze get that before me, I'm sure he's gonna bring me up. If I get that before Faze, I'm bringing up Faze. Exactly. Same thing Poetic. Same thing with OG. Same thing with Jay. Same thing with Toasted.
That's how it should be.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not about the crabs.
Everybody can't eat. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Can.
Gotta have to hear everybody talk. I'm just saying, gotta put your finger up. Because then it'll be in the echo in the background.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's alright, you know.
Oh,
I think it's still going.
yeah, I was gonna say is that music is my life's blood, and no matter what I do in my life, I always want to go back to music. Whenever I hear somebody else spit something hard, I'm like, okay, bet, I'm here for it. I want to be on this energy right now. Whenever I'm feeling sad, whenever I go through life, I know that no matter what, I have the words at the end of the day. Now I just have to take the words and actually show the world what the words mean. So, honestly, I see myself doing great things with music. I see myself maybe in the next 5-6 years already being on levels that I never thought I would get to. If I'm just being honest. Yeah. That's me.
I feel that, bro. I'm still early in the process, so we talking like 5 years. I'm still be working. You know what I'm saying? Growing to where I want to be. I want to be the realest rapper niggas ever heard, bro. Like, I'm trying to get educated, get right spiritually. Like, I want to put my soul into it. Like, you hear this, and you can feel what I'm saying. You physically feeling everything that I'm saying to you. So that's really what I'm gonna be on. Just working. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own journey. And comparison is a thief of joy. So I'm saying you can't look at what somebody else doing like, oh, he's already here. Why am I not there? You know what I'm saying? Walk your own path. You gonna get there.
We all did.
Come on now. Nobody in this room took the same path. So I'm saying you just got to do what you can do best.
And same thing with Nino. You know, I'm 19 years old, so I'm just gonna keep working. My main goal is by the time I graduate, I'm at least somewhere successful. It don't matter how much money I got. It don't matter where I'm at. But every day, I live by the motto, never quit, because I'm never gonna stop. Came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't stop. Too much stuff to look back to. You feel me? So, you know, music has always been a part of my life. You know, how I cope with life, how I cope with anything. You know, just keep making music, keep making beats. Every day I try to get at least 3 beats out. Every day. Yeah, man, but it's just consistency. At the end of the day, you got to keep going. Whenever you don't even want to go, you still got to go.
The days you don't want to go. Them days you don't want to go, them be the days that you need to do it. You feel me? Even if it's terrible, like I said, like I was telling you, put it out to the world, just out there. As long as you got that out, it's gonna be something.
And there's always going to be people that are going to hate on you. Don't even think for a second. But if they're not hating on you, or they're not doing like what they got to do to try to shut you down or try to take your light away from you, just keep in mind what you're doing that means you're doing the right thing, you know?
And 9 times out of 10, people not hating, they just don't know what they want, or like they opinionated and biased as hell. So people don't know how to think for themselves in this generation nowadays. So you feel me? You got some good ones, but the ones that do, they recognize real.
Just to keep in mind, like, people used to hate on me in high school thinking I was a nursery rhyme rapper. Not because of, like, it was just that's what they all thought personally. Just because as soon as one guy says something, everybody just has to follow with it. You know, some people just don't have enough brain cells to process a lot of things, you know.
Like, I don't agree with that. I agree.
Well, we all agree. I don't.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, you need to have people around you that agree with you all the time. Like, Jesus, it's just like he sucks.
And speaking of that, man, like he was saying, you don't want to have a bunch of yes men around you. Like, I remember, like, coming up, like, I used to have people. Oh yeah, that's hard. And like, I'm like, nah, bro, this can't be hard. Like, yeah, everybody can. Yeah.
I just missaid what I just said.
Yeah, like, what? So you feel me? You just gotta pick and point and know which ones that's good for you, and you feel me? And the people that you see genuinely like are like touching, like, what is the word? Genuinely engaging with you, and you having like a full blown conversation, a full out like interaction with one another, and it's like you feel that energy is on another level. It's just like you need to keep those people connected to you, and you always need to make sure that you just, you know, stay connected with them.
Yeah, man, and always keep in mind the difference between constructive criticism and people hating. Because people who are constructively criticizing you are going to detail on what's like up with the project. Like, I know, like, with me, like, some people are just like, oh yeah, you know, it sounds really good, you have a whole lot of lyricism in it. However, you run out of breath a whole lot. Just focus on breathing. I'll hold up, I just gotta finish this up. And you know, just keep that all in mind. You know, it's just like, you know, it's just people that are hating on you, they'll say things like, oh yeah, you stink or whatever, and it's not followed with anything. And it's just like, don't focus your energy on that. But we're gonna do a part 2 of this in a little bit. You know, just gotta move some things around. Yes, just stay tuned for this in the future. Definitely, this is episode 17, I think, or whatever. Yeah, very long stuff right here. Thank you.